Morgan Khan has received a lot of public attention because of his phenomenal rise in the music industry. But 2 weeks ago, all that changed when his company Street Sounds went into liquidation. Terry Jervis has managed to get an exclusive interview with Morgan Khan.
Street Sounds began in 1983, and with the chart success of his compilation albums, Morgan Khan's empire grew into a multi-million-pound concern. He was hailed as a saviour of British dance music until the unexpected collapse of his recording and publishing companies. The liquidators have moved in, and Street Sounds Records is no more. Morgan Khan is left owing creditors thousands of pounds. Meanwhile, his dream of it becoming Britain's answer to Motown is now shattered.
Well, the company went into voluntary liquidation on February the 9th, excuse me, and it ceased trading, in a word. The Street Sounds and Street Wave label pumped in hundreds of thousands of pounds into the Street Scene magazine that was launched the year before last and only lasted for 6 months. The ironic thing was the magazine didn't fail because of its circulation figure. It failed because of advertising revenue not being there. But ultimately, we lost hundreds of thousands of pounds. I maybe should have learned from the story of the Event magazine by Richard Branson or something, where they lost hundreds of thousands. I should have stuck to what I was good at, what we are good at. That's dance, music, compilations, and artist development. Unfortunately, we didn't, and now that was the historic reason. That debt was the historic debt that brought down the Street Wave and Street Sound labels. In lieu with the phenomenal expansion of Street Wave and Street Sounds, we ran out of cash flow to pay the manufacturers, to pay X, Y, and Z. Again, it's very sad. We had a team of 28 people who were loyal, who believed in what they were doing, and who basically were the nucleus of Street Sound, Street Wave success. I was very proud of them. It was one of the hardest, saddest days of my life to actually stand in front of them and say, nothing to do with you guys. I love you all, but unfortunately we're closing down the companies and you're all being made redundant. It's a very sad day for me.
A lot of people are going to sit back and criticise him now, saying, oh, Morgan couldn't do it, you know, he really screwed it up. But basically what he was doing was pushing hip-hop. He did things like UK Fresh as well, which was a great success. And spending money on British music, I think that was the most exciting thing that he was doing, and that's what we're going to really miss.
He's trying to bring what's happening in America into this country, and now Street Sounds ain't around. It's just not going to be the same anymore without him.
Yeah, I miss him because, like, bought a lot of imports, and now Street Sounds gone. He's gone around. We have to buy dearer imports, so that's come over here now.
All my possessions, everything Morgan Khan stood for, went into Street Wave, Street Sounds. As we made, we put it back in again, and that's every single penny. So, you know, when this came to be a few weeks ago, and we realised we were insolvent, and we had to close the companies down as soon as possible, I was so shocked because everything I had was in the name of the companies, everything.
How well did the Street Sounds records sell?
Oh, very well. Right across the board. I mean, when you talk about Street Sounds, you don't just talk about hip-hop. All areas of dance music sold very well.
And I believe he owes you money.
Very small amount.
How do you feel about his fall?
Well, it's a shame when anybody goes out of business, and for me, particularly Morgan Khan, it's a loss to, I think, the dance area.
There's a lot of legal courtroom battles, or there will be a lot of time spent in resolving. Do the artists still belong on the label? Does a liquidator have the right to assign their contracts to various other labels? Most of the licensing material from the majors will automatically revert back to them, because that's one of the clauses. If a company goes under, they get their artists back. I'm not even looking towards the future right now, because there's so many problems and so many yesterday's things to actually take care of before I close the book to Morgan Khan past and open it to Morgan Khan the future.
This is a magazine which led to the fall of Khan. And although some people in the business may be pleased, the word on the street is quite different.
I'm gonna talk about the guy that is so deaf. The one homeboy that will never fess. The guy is an ace for what he gave us. The one homeboy that's come to save us. Coming from a force that is so strong. Yes, I'm talking about Morgan Khan. Listen, homeboy, we're all gonna miss you. Never, ever are we gonna dish you.